Welcome everyone, this is VCT Pacific Stage 2 Scrum. For today we have, Jovi and Cruz from
TALON.
TALON. Before we jump into the Q&A session, let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
So I thought they played pretty well, and we weren't in our best form. We were a bit slow. We just don't really like to play the style that they're playing, like we're not used to, and we're just like hesitating a lot, so it's causing us a lot of rounds. But it's good to know that early, so we can fix. But I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, to piggyback off what Cruz said, they played a really good game. We were just hesitating a lot, and if you hesitate, you miss the timing, and it's unfortunate. So I think losing early is good if you learn. If you don't learn from it, then it's bad. So at least this gives us something to work in for the next week and just improve. Every single game is to improve. So.
Thank you. We will, before we jump into the Q&A session, we will now open the floor for on-site questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions.
Hello, I'm Maru. Congratulations on the loss today. My first question is to Cruz. The team was 1-7 today on Corrode and went 10-2 after the 8th round. What enabled the team to come back from such a deficit? Thank you.
I think the boys were just resilient, and I think the game didn't just go our way in the beginning, and just a bit of mistakes here and there causing us the round. But overall, game-wise, I would say we should be winning those rounds, not throwing pistol and a bunch of rounds that we should have lost. So it should have been close, I would say. I think we are pretty ready for Corrode. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My second question is to Jovi. Now the teams are using in the big picture, they are using Waylay comp or Viper comp or engage-wise ISO comp for Corrode. But today the team picked Deadlock and Eurocomp, almost as identical as Haven. So I know you can't reveal the full part of it, but can you give us an idea behind today's Corrode comp? Thank you very much.
For our Corrode comp, so I think Corrode's a really fun map that you can play multiple agents. So you just gotta find your identity as a team and just play around that. And I think that's the beauty of Corrode, is that multiple comps work. Like we saw many different agents there, and across every single region we see different comps too. So just find the team identity and just you play with that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good luck on your next game.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from on-site, and we will now move on to our pre-submitted questions. The first question goes to Jovi. Sunset seems to be a struggle for your team this year. Why did the team still choose this map today, and what do you think is the biggest challenge in handling it?
We chose it because we felt confident this week in it. In practice, certain things go your way that gives you the confidence, but sometimes you don't see that in a match. So it's just one of those things that during the week it felt really good going into it, and we felt like we had something good, and it was just unfortunate that when it mattered the most, it didn't show. So that's really the thought process behind it.
The next question is for Cruz. Like Corrode, a similar situation occurred on Icebox, but this time it was the opposite. What went wrong after your 7-3 lead on this map?
A couple of missed shots on my end, and also I think our defense was the bigger problem. I think we were too impatient, and we were trying to find info when it's not needed, and then it puts us in a very difficult spot in our economy, so it forces us to play safer, which makes it easier for them to take space.
next question is for Jovi. You'll be facing the two Masters champions from this year in the coming weeks. How will tonight's result influence your preparations, particularly for your first match against T1?
So like I said before, losing gives you something to learn from and get ready for those big matches. I think, you got to respect every single team that you play against. And yes, they are a Masters winner, but they're just another team. So going into this week, we got to fix our mistakes because they are Masters winners because they made less mistakes than the other teams. So we just can't make the same mistakes we made today. So this is good if we learn from it.
Thank you. That's all for pre-submitted questions. Now we're wrapping up this round with Talon. Thank you.